Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Welcome to this live stream of film photography fun, where I'm going to do some Photoshop fun and going to work on some images and just kind of hang out and chat and talk about all of that. So I'm just going to do a quick hello to everyone. If you're watching the video afterwards, there will be chapter stops, but as it is live at the moment, we are going to send a quick message to the peeps in the Discord that we're live. So we'll go to that channel there and we'll say, hey everyone, live on YouTube right now with something a little different. And I probably can get my YouTube link. Where's my link? Over here. Go live. Just need to set a couple of things. Again, you'll be able to skip ahead on the recording, but if you're here live, you're going to see all the good stuff. So we'll just do a couple quick edits of our system. No restrictions, playlist, etc. Paid automatic chapters. Sure, we'll do analog film, film photography. Photography for beginners. Sure, we'll do those as the keywords and the like. It's the last Saturday of April, isn't it? Where does the time go? But we move upward and onward. All right, so I think I've got all my behind the scenes stuff. Just one more thing, pop out the chat right there. We'll just say something like that. All right then, so hello everyone, welcome to this stream where we will do a little bit of photography fun. I've got Photoshop, I've got a whole bunch of negatives, and I'm going to go through my process of what I do as a film photography fan and how I bring my negatives to life and all of that. So I've got this negative here that I shot at the Otay Ranch Mall, and the process of let's get this correct. So I'll open it in Photoshop. All right, so I have several things to do now. First of all, this film is expired film. I gotta check my notes how old the film actually is, but it's not new. It's seen better days, and I actually, according to my notes, why don't I get my notes here? I had to, with my notes, I had to check my notes. So that was some Kodak Gold that expired When did I have my notes on that? Well, it expired a while ago, at least 15 years, maybe 20 years. It was some Kodak Gold that expired a while ago. This is the second roll of film that I shot. The first one came out horrible. I couldn't see anything at all on the negative. The film was completely dead. So instead of rating it at 200, I rated it at 100, and then the I kind of got some results out of that. Now also I want to check something. Is my camera all properly correct? So I'm going to just show something on screen. And is it backwards there? I just need to double check. It's not backwards for me, but I think, is it backwards for people on the stream? No, it's not backwards. I don't know why people were saying things were backwards. Okay. So anyway, the 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 negatives were very old, and all right, so I had to expose it at ISO 6, which was the lowest that my camera could do. So I had to really blast it with light, because ISO 200 with this film that was pretty dead just didn't work out. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. So my histogram shows that the colors are kind of all over the place. There's the red, there's the green, there's the blue. They're really shifted all around. These should be colors that are definitely much closer aligned. So first thing that I'm going to do is create an adjustment layer. This is one process to work with very expired film. So I will create a levels adjustment where I have to go into each of the channels and set the, what's the official term? The clipping point. So I have to set it up in a way that once you start to see data appearing on the negative, like that's too far. Once you start to see some data there, and it might not show up perfectly on the stream, but I can see it on my monitor. Once data shows up in each of the channels, then what's happened is that you have sort of color corrected things, and some channels are going to be a little bit more accurate. Some channels survived some layers there. Hey, Gabe, how are you doing? Welcome. So we're doing a little bit something different this week. We're not going to do any gameplay. We're going to do some photo. I'm going to show off some photos. I'm going to do some Photoshop fun as I show some photos that I took recently. So just starting off here. Then let's invert that. And then there's the negative. So yeah, this, hey there, Stevie. So yeah, this week is some photography fun on the stream instead of the usual. So I'm going to pull up some photos that I shot recently. So I was just saying a moment ago, these photos that I'm first looking at here, the negatives were old and the film was expired. And as you can see, like the colors are just dead in this image. So I'm going to see about working with things a little bit. So this one's shot at the Chula Vista Mall. And let's try to pump up these colors because the negatives are very dead and very blue. So let's shift these colors over. Those negatives are probably like 20 years old or something. And it's the second roll that I've shot. because the yeah, these are going to be very hard to work with. Can't get the colors out of them very good, but that's before and that's after, so that's a little better, but it might not be salvageable color-wise. So anyway, these negatives, sorry, it's not the Chula Vista Mall, it's the Otay Ranch Mall, not the Chula Vista, but the Otay Ranch. So the negatives, it's ISO 200, so you're supposed to set your camera to the setting of 200, and then it's going to take the photo properly. Well, I bought 3 rolls on eBay. I used the first roll, I used it as normal at ISO 200, and the negatives came out negative, dead, completely, no image. Like, it didn't record any image onto the negative because the film is so old or damaged or whatever that it wasn't recording any negative image. So this time I said, okay, I'm going to pump it up. I'm going to go, instead of ISO 200, I'm going to go down to, every time you go half, 200, 100, 50, 25. When you go half, 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 you're actually doubling the amount of light. So if I thought, okay, at 200, which is supposed to be normal for this film, I saw nothing, then I need to expose it to lots of light. So I went from 200 down to 100, down to 50, down to 25, down to 12, down to 6. So that's 6, 12, 25, 50, 100. That's 5 stops. That's overexposure of 5 stops. Now, if the film were okay, 5 stops would have made the film come out extremely overexposed, but this film was like dead, so I had to really, really overexpose it. Now the result is I'm getting an image, but the colors are very weird, very hard to work with. So I'm going to be experimenting with some of these shots. And this is a result here. So what do y'all think about this design, or not the design, but this composition of, we've got the, this path. Crop that a little bit. So we've got this path going forward with the trees, going to straight ahead to the mall. So here's the final result. My room is so dusty with like all of this junk all over the place just floating around. So I can never scan these properly. And for some reason, there's these like weird yellow spots right there. So I think this particular shot will probably be a lot better in black and white. So let me do this. Let me reset it back to the original, and then let's do a different route. I'm going to try to see about doing this in black and white. So I'm going to change that over to black and white, switch it over like that, and okay, black and white, the colors are still very weak. What about if I go over here and do this secret technique? Okay, so here we have some very dramatic black and white compared to just plain conversion into black and white with more dramatic contrast. There's definitely all of this grain and stuff. Well, I'm getting a call here. Interesting. This is unexpected. I think the stream again in a little bit. Sorry, I'm getting this message that I suddenly have to drop everything and do something. So, sorry. I know it's been a little while since we were last on the stream, but this is unexpected. But okay, I gotta go for the moment. I might be back later. Check out the Discord. I'll send a quick message on the Discord if I start up the stream again in a little bit. But I gotta go do a thing, so sorry everyone. See you next time.